This is Fallout 4, but I can only use the junk jet. Part 5. Starting off from last time when I just joined the Brotherhood and helped them acquire an armory of weapons. And because I did that, I was then tasked with the mission to make it inside of the Institute. And all I had to do for that was just build a couple of sciencey things. And I didn't have a few of the key components, so I went back to my old base and checked if I had any. And luckily I already had both of the hard to find items, so it was time to quickly build the stuff and head towards the Institute. But of course, because things are never that easy, when I got back to the build site I realised I needed about 6 large generators, and I would need to make a platform for the thing because it apparently will not work unless if it's on the flattest possible surface. Nice. So then after 10 whole minutes, I finally get it up and running. Even though it really should not have taken even close to that amount of time. Ugh, what a struggle this was. And it's finally up and working. Then after a quick 5 minutes of scrapping stuff so I could get ammo for my junk jet because I realised I had none left, and a bunch of talking from Elder Maxon, we finally get to head to damn Institute place.
Stay safe, soldier.
Ow. Here we go. And I've finally made it into this damn annoying place, where I am greeted by someone named Father who decides to talk to me about actually making it here, and he was expecting me, and he wanted me to come. So then he makes me enter the world's slowest elevator ever made, and after what seems like forever, I finally make it to the bottom. This is at 500% speed, by the way. And then I exit the elevator, head down this hallway, and there's another elevator. So I go up that elevator, and I'm in a room of a child. And holy shit, it's my son Sean. Then I talk to him for a bit, and I tell him that I'm his mother. And he doesn't understand, and he gets scared. Which is fair, because he's never fucking seen me. Because he was an infant when he was stolen. But my character only has insane dialogue options, like, please, you gotta remember me. But that doesn't even make any bloody sense, you idiot. Then, anyway, some random old dude that looks like he sells candy in a van enters the room and turns off the child. Turns out he was a damn robot. So I talk to the old man, and turns out his name is Father. Bit weird, but that's alright. And after a while, he tells me that he is my son. Definitely didn't know that. So after another 5 minutes of talking with him, and talking about how he was kidnapped, and who the fuck Kellogg was, and all about the Institute and what's happening next, he then sends me to go meet all of his generals, or captains, or scientists. So I head off to go meet them, and forgetting that this game does have full damage and I don't have my power armor on, I just jumped all the way down this stairwell and died. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, do I have to go through all that talking again? So, I was kinda hoping, it's gonna spawn me back at the start of the Institute now. But no, not even close. Of course I'm not that lucky. It spawns me before I've even finished the fucking transporter. I still need to add shit to it again. Great. So that was about another 15 minutes of my life wasted because I killed myself. And then we finally get to the part where I'm looking for the generals or the scientists or whatever again. And the first one I find is Dr. Lee, which is the one that the Brotherhood want me to find. And I found her. So I'm going to convert her back to my cult. So after I dealt with her for a bit, I then went to the other 3 generals, and, well, they were basically just boring as shit. Or, I'm guessing they were, but I just didn't listen to what they had to say. I was just rushing through this shit so I could get to the Dr. Lee stuff and back to the Brotherhood. Fuck the Institute. I know my son's a leader and everything, but he's old now, so fuck him. And about 15 minutes after doing all that stuff, I went and did a bunch of random stuff for Dr. Lee, and I got her on our side. So she's coming back to the Brotherhood to help us build a giant metal robot monster thing. And I head back to Elder Maxon and tell him about the good news. And while talking to him, I'm realizing, who the hell is his barber? And how is his barber in this post-apocalyptic nuclear world better than any barber in my entire city? What the hell? But anyway, then I go and talk to Proctor Ingram, who definitely doesn't look like a crackhead, and she tells me all about Liberty Prime, the big old robot boy. And I need to go and get something because I'm the slave as usual, and it's some super magnet thing. So she sends me to this certain medical place to go find it. Then another 5 minutes later, I make it to the place, and I'm gonna have to fight through super mutants, for fuck's sake. Yeah! What fun. I love fighting super mutants. They're super easy and definitely not tanky. Lovely. And it turns out that this place will hold the worst moments of this entire run. I hated it. Now, while I only said it took about 15 minutes, this one actually felt like forever. Because while in this place, I cleared out every single super mutant I could, then went into every single room I could, or unless if there's some magical fucking Narnia room that I don't know about, and there's the only room that I couldn't get into which needed a master picklock. So then, someone in the Twitch chat tells me that I never had to go to this place in the first place, and I could have just bought this super magnet for the robot for like 40 coins at any junk vendor. And this is when I wanted to die. Do I need fucking master lock or not? So I spend about a minute buying this thing, and I head back to the crackhead herself, Proctor Ingram. And anyone want to take a wild guess at what she tells me to do? Correct! Become her slave and go do some boring shit for her. So she sends me to the middle of the glowing sea wasteland to go find some old weapon place, even though like last time I just got them an armory or something. I don't know. They need way too many weapons, the greedy bastards. So I run all the way there without my power armor on, because I'm a man. And an idiot. And I run into every problem imaginable, including a bunch of super mutants, infinite radiation, a couple good old Deathclaws, and then I finally reach the place. And then you'd think, by the looks of these doors, that the whole place would be completely fine, untouched, and completely sealed off from all the radiation. But no, only things with vault-shaped doors will do that. Even though this is a giant bank fucking super safe that's airtight and everything. So I head inside just expecting to find a bunch of guns and stuff. But I find a bunch of ghouls instead. And they tag team me. Like a damn video from Blacked. Oh, what the fuck? And I'll leave it until next time, because if I continue today, I'll probably get a tumour. So next time we'll be finishing off this vault, hopefully getting that big old robot up and running, and absolutely demolishing the Institute. But until next time.